Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Jolynn Baca. Actually, I'm Jolynn Jeakel. But since I'm hosting, I just reverted to my hosting name. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm joined here by two amazing women, Amy McBride Simmons and Brynlyn Loomis. And I'm so grateful for them to be here with me today. And we're so grateful for you to share your afternoon with us and give us your time. We know how valuable it is. So we really are going to hold true to our 30 minutes or less time frame. We just wanted to be able to give you some information. If you know one of us, if you know any of us that are working on this team, you know we are super passionate about this business, about these products, and we are constantly talking about them and sharing about them with you. So why now? Why do we want to come to you and share with you our unique stories and give you a little bit more information? Because it is a super, super, super exciting time with Rodan & Fields. And maybe you've heard us say that before, but right now is really true. Here's what's happening. It's also a very unique time in the world. We recognize that, Rodan & Fields recognizes that. And so for one of the first times ever, they are offering cash back on any business kit. They also have some phenomenal business programs in place, and they are even starting some new business programs. So by joining us this month, you are eligible to earn about $5,000 in bonuses on top of commission, and eligible for the bonus program for existing consultants that is going to be in place next month. So you kind of get to double dip on bonuses, which is this unique period in time. And that's why we just wanted to be sharing with you right now. Now, you may have heard, we just share this quote a lot, that Forbes magazine says the best time to join a company is when there's global expansion and when there's new innovation. Rodan & Fields is constantly expanding into new countries and innovating new products. We just last month launched in Japan. Now Asia holds 53% of the world's skincare market. That is huge. And this month we announced it, but on August 4th, we are launching Brow Boost to the world. So I'm wearing it now. Are you guys wearing it? Do you have your Brow Boost on?
Yeah.
Of course we do.
I have a combination of the light and the medium.
Yes, because we are consultants, so we get early access to these amazing products. It is available to the world on August 4th. Now, if you don't know yet, the brow industry is a $1.5 billion market. That is huge. And nobody in the brow market has a brow product like ours, which not only shades, but it also conditions and protects and helps the hairs in your brows to grow longer and fuller and look better and more wonderful. So this is brand new technology. So that's super important. And we have a virtual business. Never in the history of business has it been more important to have something you can safely run from your home. And we have no problem with product supply. We don't carry any inventory in our home, so you don't have to touch it and send it to somebody else. Everything is shipping safely from a warehouse in Ohio. So that's a little bit of why right now. Why are we sharing this with you? But we know that you have questions and concerns just like the rest of us, because we did not all start this business this excited, right? We all had concerns. And so we're going to get right started away. And I want to know, Amy, what was your biggest concern before joining this business?
I had one prior to enrolling as a consultant, and that, I guess, biggest concern was the fact that I didn't know much about Rodan & Fields at all, and I had zero experience or knowledge about the direct sales industry. So I kind of was a little concerned, like, is this a legit thing? Is this a real business, a real company, a real way to earn an extra income? So that was my initial concern. And then when I did the research along with my husband, who is in finance, and he said, totally legit, looks great, I can't find a single reason why you shouldn't give this a try. My next biggest concern was the fact that not only do I not have any sales experience, thinking about selling things made me feel a little bit squeamish. It was definitely out of my comfort zone, something that I thought I would not be good at, and something that I didn't know if I wanted to actually be doing selling. So those were kind of my two main concerns when I was deciding whether or not I was going to do this thing.
And I think that you are not alone. I think a lot of us had those concerns too. How about you, Brynlyn? What was your main concern?
Well, so Jolynn had approached me about the business years ago. And at the time I was running and operating my own business, I just didn't feel like I had the time to really even think about it. Although I saw what Jolynn was doing, she was really excited about it. Her skin looked amazing. All the people that she was posting about on her teams, their skin looked amazing. But I just really just didn't have the time or the energy to even really sit down and talk to her about it. And then I closed my business. My overhead was really high, and everything that was coming to me was going into my business. So brick and mortar store assistant managing for that started to hit. And I thought, well, okay, I don't have the time excuse anymore. So I might as well at least just take the time to sit down and hear about it. And then after signing up, it kind of hit me like, oh my goodness, we're in the middle of this crazy time. Things are doing them to buy products when they don't know if they're going to have a job the next day, or they're going to feel pressured to sign up, business with me when, again, things are so uncertain. But my concerns were quickly diminished in that regard once I started working the business. Number one, I started to get a paycheck, which was awesome. And then number two, I just decided to just allow myself to be coachable and depend on Jolynn and the other leaders on our teams, and also just start to really embrace the fact that it was a true gift to me in such a crazy time, and how if I need something like that, there's got to be other people that could really benefit the way that I was starting to benefit. So I couldn't help but not to share it. So that's kind of where I was at with that.
Yeah, and we should mention that Brynlyn started her Rodan & Fields business in March of this year, the end of March. So we're talking like March 28th, right in the heat of all of this. And you're absolutely right. It is something that I think we all feel like we really must share because it's made such a difference. I will tell you that I thought I was too good for this. I thought, and I don't know why I thought that, because I don't know what made me think that, except I worried what my friends would think. What are you doing selling this product and peddling something online? And the reality was that I'm a business owner. I own my own small business, and I am able to help others empower themselves and change their skin and feel powerful in their bodies through this business. And once I shifted my mindset, that changed everything. And I think that a lot of us probably had the same concerns of, what's everyone going to say and how are we going to do this now? Amy, you were not even on Facebook when you started your business. So how did you make a go of it?
So that is true. I was not on Facebook. The only social that I had was an Instagram account that I didn't really do anything with other than peek at my teenage girls' accounts. So I think that, when I started, the way that I started was I had, a few friends and family over to hear about the products. And then I sent some emails and I had some conversations and I, would chat with people on the phone. And then finally, my sister, who is my Rodan & Fields sponsor, she's who I signed up to join in business with this. She said to me, okay, you don't have to devote and dedicate and just go like crazy on Facebook. But I think if you do feel comfortable creating a Facebook account, you're going to have so much more access to the different teams, information, camaraderie, and then if you feel comfortable, a way to more easily build your network, because that is one of the best things about, I feel, this virtual business is there's no geographical boundaries. Mm-hmm. Anybody that you can connect with through any way, you can have a conversation with. You can find out, if they have a skin concern, if they're interested in a business like this. And so I found out I was limiting myself, and I kind of got over that little fear, whatever was keeping me from Facebook. And it was a game changer for me. And it wasn't something that I felt like I had to play catch up on. So I literally had no social network when I started this business. And it's just, kind of like everything, you get back what you put in, and I was interested in growing it. And so, things quickly kind of took off for me then.
Yeah, and it should be noted too that Amy is one of the top leaders on our team. So you don't have to have business experience, right? You don't have to have a social media presence. And I think it's important right now to say, Amy, you are a wonderful hostess. I mean, I've never been to your house because one of the beautiful things is that I'm in Northern Virginia and you are in Flossmoor, Illinois, right?
Correct.
Never been to each other's homes, but I see what you did. We're not doing that right now.
Exactly.
But we can have these Zoom events. We have a great virtual platform where we can host events. It is a virtual business. And I think we've always been a virtual business. So we didn't have to rush and figure out how to do this. Our systems were in place. And so that gives me confidence right now to bring somebody else on because we've been doing this. We know how to do it. We're not having to learn it at the same time we're teaching it. So everybody gets to benefit from the years of our experience and the company's experience, which if I were joining right now, I would want to know that, what do they know what the heck they're doing? And the answer is yes. Yes, we do. So Brynlyn, I want to know, what is it doing for you? This is a whole new experience. Life is different everywhere right now. What have you found that this business is offering you in this time?
Well, number one, the money that I make from it goes to me and also my skincare products, which is awesome. So I don't have the overhead of running and operating a business, a standing business. It allows me to be able to work from this one is like the biggest thing. It allows me to be able to work from home without putting myself and my loved ones, my family members, at risk. Things are changing, so much day to day that it's hard to know what's safe and when it is safe. And so for me, I was offered to go back to my brick and mortar position, and I've decided I would really just rather go ahead and just devote my time and my energy and my effort into something that I'm getting so much out of. And like I said, I know that I'm doing my part to keep my family and my loved ones safe. And that's been really like the biggest thing for me. And also I really love social media. I've been really interactive on social media for years, and I love that it gives me the opportunity to fine tune and hone my social media skills and also use the tools that the company provides. And they keep getting better and better every day. The graphics, the videos that they're putting out, the educational tools. So I love that I can access those and put those into use. I love that my skin is completely transformed. I love that I get to help my mom's friends, my friends, really see just amazing results from the skincare. I love the discounts that I'm able to get. Those are pretty awesome. And I really could go on and on, actually.
And I feel like we all could. And you know what? I love that you have joined our team because you are amazing at social media, and this also needs some help. So that's something too. I feel like we all have different strengths, and our team really works together to capitalize on those. And so Brynlyn has been a huge asset to our team, showing us how to do certain things that we did not know how to do. And something that you are so amazing at, Amy, is organization. As you're a preschool teacher, you've got busy girls, you've got a really busy family life. Because everybody has this question, how do you fit it into your life?
Yes, absolutely. I find that when I'm talking to people about the business, that is the number one thing that they say. I can't add one more thing to my plate. So when I said yes, my initial reason for saying yes was to get a discount on the products, the best discount, and maybe sell to a handful of people and cover the costs. When I fell in love with my own skin, and then additionally thought I have to share these products, and then started getting a paycheck and seeing the benefits of the business and thought, okay, now I really have to share the gift of a business opportunity with people. It did take up a little bit more time than I was initially planning on. At the time I started, which is, we're getting close to 4 years ago, I had 2 super busy daughters at home in different school districts with different activities, different schedules, a husband who travels all the time. And no one ever feels that they have extra time on their hands to give. But the beauty of this business is that it is completely flexible. There is no one telling you what time you need to tune into something or create a post or have a conversation or send some messages. So you look at your day, you look at your week, and you decide where can I spare 10 minutes? Where can I spare 30 minutes? And you just kind of plug it in. And the great thing also is that not only is it flexible time-wise, it's flexible where you're at. All you need is Wi-Fi. So I might say, well, I only have 30 minutes, but it's while I'm sitting at a gym during a volleyball practice. That works. In fact, I found that I was able to feel more productive because I could work this business into times that I often like couldn't do another thing. While I'm sitting at volleyball practice, I can't meal prep at home or, get my grocery shopping done or work on laundry, but I can work on my business. I can send some messages or have some conversations. So you fit it in when you can. And like I said, I look at my day, I look at my week, and it does help to be a little bit more organized with it, if that's your kind of personality. But it's so completely flexible that it can fit into any schedule.
Right. That was super important too, I think for all of us, the flexibility and knowing. You said something really important, that you don't have a boss. You are your own boss. So no one can tell you what you have to do. It's really, what do you want to do with this business? And we are constantly saying, is this something you just want to pay for your own products with, or do you want to build an empire? Because then we'll show you how to do it. And I do love that you can really customize it. And you're talking about something else you said, made me think of the fact that this is a consumable product. And I don't think we've said that yet. That unlike other businesses you might be considering, this is skincare, which you do use every single day. So you wash your face, you see the great results, you wash it down the drain, and because you love it so much, you want to get more. So the customers that you start with, as long as you take great care of them, and we show you how to do that, are your customers for the life of your business. So that's the way you can really grow. And that was super important to me too. So I want to know, Brynlyn, if you had right now, someone is saying, gosh, I'm curious, but I'm still not sure, what would you say to them?
I would say you really have nothing to lose. The worst thing that could happen is that you could get more amazing skin as a result of using the products. You have on the other side of saying yes, a whole slew of just sisterhoods, plural, because there's more than one team that you join, really. When you join the business, there's so many other teams that are just waiting on the other side of it to embrace you and encourage you and empower you, to help you be more educated about the products, about the business, but also just personally. I think that's been a huge surprise for me, is just seeing the amount of support that I've received and the amount of leadership that I've experienced from joining. We have a virtual convention coming up, which I'm so excited to learn more about. So you have that at your fingertips. You have the Brow Boost out right now. You'll get access to that before the general public and your customers will. You can try it out for 60 days. It's not working for you, there's nothing lost. You get your money reimbursed. We have cashback bonuses right now that weren't available when I signed up, but that allows me to be able to gift that to somebody that really needs a break when they're thinking about investing in their in an online business so that they can work from home. So I think you really do have nothing to lose by just giving it a try and seeing how it could potentially really transform not just your skin, but your life as well.
I love that. And you mentioned our convention. Yeah. I was at convention with Amy last year, and we had the good fortune to sit main stage and hear Rachel Hollis speak fire. It was so great. And this year, they know how to bring the guest speakers for sure. This year, we're having Lewis Howes, Stacey Flowers, and Jay Shetty as our main stage speakers. And there's one more, I don't know if they've announced yet, so maybe I won't say it yet, but they always have phenomenal speakers, and that is accessible and open to everybody. It's 3 days of programming in October. It happens to be my birthday weekend, so we'll be having a big party for me. Not really. And it is just one of those that was something. And then I want to know from you, Amy, what the biggest surprise was for you. And I'm just going to, because I'm talking about it now, say the biggest surprise for me, the friendships you mentioned, Brynlyn, for sure. But something else, my background, my degree is in journalism, and then my background was in performing arts and public relations for television, so nothing related to this. I didn't have any business bone in my body. Didn't know anything about business. The training that I am getting through Rodan and Fields will be applicable for the rest of my life to any business I ever do for the time to come, right? I feel like it is such top-notch training that is something that is, you just can't quantify that. And I was so surprised at how smart all the people that I'm surrounded by are, and what a grasp they have on business knowledge and how it can benefit everybody. How about you, Amy? What's your biggest surprise?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. So for sure, there's the real tangible things that were a surprise to me, because I already mentioned that I didn't know too much about this business, nor did I have any big goals to start. But the tangible things, like the monthly RF paydays, were huge. And then we have so many reward programs, incentives. So kind of realizing that I was earning a lot of these as I was just taking care of my customers and the team that I was building was kind of mind-blowing as well. Then there's the maybe less tangible things that I feel have been even more impactful to me. And those are things like the relationships, the friendships, the support, the culture. And there's, women that I have become very, very close with, that we have conversations about things that don't have anything to do with RNF. And then there's women that I go to an event and I meet once, but regardless of how that is, or people that I just meet, like this, it's just such a welcoming, supportive, build each other up culture that I have never seen anything like that before. And I didn't realize how much I was missing that kind of thing and craving that in my life. The closest thing I've had to that was playing sports through college, and you have that kind of camaraderie and that teamwork there. But there also is like there can be like a competition kind of aspect of it, and you just don't feel anything like that here. And I would say maybe the biggest intangible thing that has been a huge surprise for me is how much being a part of this company and involved in this business has changed me personally. If you ask the people that have known me the longest and that are closest to me to describe me, a few years ago, I think there would be things on the list that are, nice qualities. But I think that if you ask some of those people to describe me today, there would be things that have been added to that list as a result of this. And one example is, so I do teach preschool one morning a week, which I love. But other than that, I've been a stay-at-home mom since I had my oldest daughter in 2001. So I was a first grade teacher prior to that. So I haven't had an income. I haven't had a thing that was mine. But when one of my daughters and I were talking about Enneagrams, which if you're not sure what that is, it's a lot of like different kind of personality things. We were talking about them, and she said, well, Mom, I don't know. You could be this because you're such a leader. And you could be this because you're such an achiever. Those were not things that I associated with myself prior to being a part of Rodan and Fields. And I feel like in my confidence, in my ability to share things with people and be there to support others has probably been the biggest thing that I wasn't expecting.
I love that. And that is such an important thing that I don't think we talk about enough. And I think this is a hard time, right? And we are all feeling a lot of stress. And the more we can lift each other up and support one another, the better we're all going to be. And with this business, it really is a culture of camaraderie and working together and rising together. And it's the great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are or where you came from. You can be successful in this business. And it is something for everybody. It's for men, women, and children. And you can start with a $45 kit, or you can start with a $1,000 kit. Anywhere in between, right? Everybody has the potential to be successful if they just are coachable and they give it a shot. And it all comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So there's literally no risk. So I have loved this because it's just we talk all the time, but I love hearing we don't interview each other. So this has been such a treat to hear from you guys. And thank you all for joining us today, for giving us your time. In case you came on late or you're watching the replay of this and you were cooking dinner when we started and you missed this little intro, I'm just going to reiterate why we just felt so compelled to tell you right now why this is such a great time to join, why we did these events. So right now it is the end of July. For the first time ever, we've done this now for a couple of months because the company recognizes what a different, unique time this is in our history. They are offering cash back on all business kits. They also have some phenomenal bonus programs, some that have been in place and some new ones that are launching. And why right now we're doing these talks is because right now in July, you can double dip on both of those bonus programs. So it's a phenomenal time. Your inviting consultant can share those details with you. I won't bore you with them right now. In August, we are launching the brow defining boost. We are entering a $1.5 billion category. Nobody in the world has a product like us. You could be a source for your network with that. We just launched in Japan. They have 53% of the global skincare market. Asia does. This is huge for us. And we are a virtual business that has been in place for a decade. So we know how to work virtually. We would love to work with you. You were invited because we think the world of you, because we would love to work with you. We'd love to partner with you. We'd love to support you. So thank you so much for giving us your time. If you have any questions, circle back to your inviting consultant. I know they'll be reaching out back to you. And thank you again so much for spending some time with us. Have a great afternoon or evening.
Thank you, Jolynn.
Thank you, Jolynn.
Talk to you soon.